Hello guys, what's up? So welcome back. In this video lecture, we are going to create the graphical user interface for the chatbot. So first of all, I'll show you that how the user interface look like, because I have already created this for the sake of time saving. Let me show you. Okay, this is the graphical user interface of our chatbot. So this is quite cute and very colorful. So first of all, I'll explain you that how we have created this chatbot. So for creating the this graphical user interface, I have used the Tkinter library. So first of all, I have imported the Tkinter library. So from Tkinter import static. Static means that everything. I hope you people knew about the Tkinter module. From Tkinter import static. So from that we have imported all the modules from the Tkinter, and here is the code of the Tkinter. So let me explain you all this. Root is equals to tk. Tk is the the function, built-in module or a function, and root is the window. So this is the window. Root.geometry, this is the total geometry of 400 width and 580 length. And then root.configure bg white. So I try to make the background color white, as you can see here. And this is the path for the image. This is the image that the chatbot has, and this is the path for the image. For that we have used this built-in function, that is photo image. Okay, you have to remember all that functions in your mind. And the LBL image, and this is for labeling our image, and we have made the border 2 and background color of our image, which is orange. So here you can see that. And then we have created another frame in that window, and that frame contains the scroll bar and that list box. This is the scroll bar. It is not appeared right now because we have not write here anything. So when we have a complete list of questions and answers from the chatbot, then the scroll bar will appear over here. Then I will show you that after running the program. And this is for the list box. This is the list box actually, and its width is 80 and its height is 10, and then background color and font is this. Okay, and then like chatbox.config y scroll command sc.set. So this is used to set that scroll bar on the window. You can't just write a single command and it will appear on here. So you have to set it or pad it on your window. And like sc.pack side right, fill both. So that scroll bar is padded on the right side. And okay, so moving down, all these are the basic commands. Okay, this is for the user input. This is the user input. You can see that. Okay, I'm writing here like hello. So this is the user input, and this is the code for the user input. Entry is the basic or the default function, and here we place the root and font like Arial 30 and bold. Border is 2. Background color is light gray. And then we have to pack the user input on the window, like filled on the both side. And then this is the code for this button. Its background color is orange, foreground color is black, font is like Arial 30 bold, and height and width and everything. And this is the function ask to bot. We have created this function, but we haven't write any command in it, as you can see here. Def ask to bot, and then we have used here the pass command. So I will write all the commands in front of you and one by one, and I'll try to explain a bit of all these commands. Okay, so moving downward, and this is button.pack. Pad y is equals to 10, so we have placed that button over here. And root.main loop, so this is the command for closing the Tkinter. So if you don't write it, it will not work properly, and if you give an error. So if I write here hello, and ask to bot, it is not working because we have not write a single command in the function which is integrated or configured with this button ask to bot. Okay, so now I am going back over here and now I am writing the commands. Okay, before we write anything, let me explain you that this code is now useless because this is for the console based application, but now we are moving to the graphical user interface. This code is quite useless. Okay guys, so now let's move on, and here I'm gonna write the lines of code for the graphical user interface so that our button will work and we can, the bot will speak to us and talk to us, and it will everything will be appear over this chatbot and in this graphical user interface. First of all, I am declaring a variable called query. Query is equals to user input dot get. Basically it will get the input from the user, and then we are creating another variable called answer. Chatbot dot get response and query. Okay, this will, our queries are passed in this function and the chatbot will respond us through this command. Okay guys, now I'm using this chatbox dot insert, and here I am giving the keyword end, comma, u, and then query. So this end keyword is used to place a space after the displayed string, and with this the query of the user will be displayed in this chat box. Let me show you. So whatever our query will be, it will be displayed in the chat box, and the response of the chatbot will also be displayed in this chat box. So now let's move on, and same for the chat box dot insert, and this is for the chatbot, and same I'm placing here like end, comma, and chatbot plus answers, and we have to we have to write here str because it is in string format, otherwise it will give an error if we do not mention the string. It is an explicit conversion of the answer into the string. Now I'm writing a command for the chatbot to speak. Whatever we will ask the chatbot, it will reply us by speaking to us, and also in the written response in the chat box. So we have created a variable like engine.say, and here I am giving the str and answer. Okay, hope this is clear to you. And this is for the new line, user input dot delete, and then from 0 to end. This line of code is for whatever we have right here. Whenever we press ask to bot, it will delete whatever the text in the entry box, and this is for auto deleting the text in the entry box. And now moving on to the the final lines of code. Now chatbox dot y view, and here I'm writing like end. Y view is used to change the vertical position of any widget in the window. And this is the final line of code, engine dot run and wait. I've already told you that run and wait is used for making the speech audible or sound audible. If you do not use this function, the speech is not audible to you. So that's it for the whole chatbot. Sorry. And this is the total line of codes, and it's only for 60 lines of code, probably, or less than 60 lines of code. So let's stop this and run it again and hope that it will work properly. So Bismillah. It is working properly. We have to wait for a few seconds. Okay. Ask to bot. So I'm writing here like hello, the greetings.
Hi there.
And as you can see here, like you, hello, chatbot, hey there. So I'm asking, but the problem is that they are starting from the new line, a new character and a new line. So I want that thing in, in the same line. So for that, we have to fix it first. Just go back and close this window. Okay, I have found the problem. The problem is we have placed the commas here and we have to place the plus sign because the plus is used for concatenation. So now it will not make any problem, and now let's run it again. Okay, so now I'm writing here like hello.
Hi there.
Okay, now it's looking very good and nice way. Tell me about yourself.
I am a smart bot.
And you can see here our query and the response from the chatbot both are displaying over here. Who created you?
Smart programmer created me.
Smart programmer created me. Okay. How are you?
I'm doing great.
So you can see here whatever we have trained the chatbot, it is working and it is replying us in a proper way. So the only thing is to train the chatbot, and this is what the machine learning is. So now I am writing like thank you. We have to make sure that our spellings and our queries are according to what we have given in the training data. Sorry, thank you.
You're welcome.
And here you can see the scroll bar is appeared now. So everything is working properly, and I'm very glad that I have created this and I am successful in creating that chatbot. And this is an amazing project for the beginners level. You can create this for your semester projects, and that will amaze your teachers. So bye for now. Take care.